Chairperson, I have the honor to deliver this statement on behalf of the member groups of the LGBTI core group, an informal cross-regional group established in 2008. This group is co-chaired by Argentina and the Netherlands and includes Albania, Australia, Belgium, Bolivia, Brazil, Cabo Verde, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Denmark, Ecuador, El Salvador, France, Germany, Honduras, Iceland, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Luxembourg, Malta, Montenegro, Mexico, Nepal, New Zealand, North Macedonia, Norway, Peru, Portugal, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Timor-Leste, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the United States of America, Uruguay and the European Union, as well as the Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights and the non-governmental organizations Human Rights Watch and Outright Action International. Chairperson, the first time that the core group addressed this forum in 2018, we were 23 members. Today, we are 41. This growth is evidence of a trend to emphasize that the achievement of the 2030 Agenda, with its principle of leaving no one behind, is intimately linked with the recognition of all human rights, fundamental freedoms, human dignity, and the guarantee of non-discrimination and equality. This principle can only be achieved if all relevant actors offer support and opportunities for all, including LGBTI persons of diverse backgrounds and in diverse situations and conditions. We are convinced that many more countries, both from the global north and the global south, share this view. This year, when the HLPF gathers around the theme Building Back Better from the Coronavirus Disease, COVID-19, while advancing the full implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, it is essential to address the situation of LGBTI persons. We cannot build back better if we do not build for all, especially for those oftentimes furthest left behind. Although there have been positive outcomes in the implementation of the SDGs, severe barriers for the inclusion of LGBTI persons and for their full enjoyment of human rights remain around the globe. For instance, criminalization, pathologization, social stigma, and discriminatory laws and policies, also in the context of COVID-19, make the realization of the SDGs impossible. We welcome the report by the independent expert on protection against violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity, which finds that LGBTI persons face discriminatory and often violent barriers, impeding their full and equal enjoyment of the right to the highest attainable standard of physical and mental health. Moreover, the lack of full, equal, meaningful, and effective participation and often exclusion of LGBTI persons in political decision-making and other processes that affect them results in ineffective policies that are not adapted to their specific needs. Furthermore, this year's reflection on, among others, SDG 4 on education and 5 on gender equality should be an opportunity to bring to the table a segment of the population whose voices are still silenced in many scenarios. During these challenging times, we must guarantee progress in the promotion and protection of human rights and freedoms, and the elimination of negative social norms and gender stereotypes through the efforts of civil society movements, including feminist groups and human rights defenders. There cannot be inclusive and equitable equality education or promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all if discrimination, violence, and harassment, including bullying and cyberbullying of LGBTI persons, remains. We must ensure comprehensive education in and out of school that promotes more inclusive, diverse, and equal societies in the implementation of the SDGs. Chairperson, how can we talk about gender equality without recognizing diversity? Gender-based discrimination is inherently linked to the deep-rooted patriarchy, gender stereotypes, and unequal power relations, manifesting in discriminatory attitudes, behaviors, norms, perceptions, customs, and harmful practices against persons in vulnerable situations, including LGBTI persons. Discrimination cannot be eliminated if we do not acknowledge diversity as an inherent part of our humanity. We must embrace diversity and the universality of all human rights. As the LGBTI stakeholder group mentioned in their position paper for this session, only through the provision of a social environment where all people have equal rights and opportunities to thrive, succeed and overcome inequalities will SDG 5 and gender equality be achieved. Chairperson, the UN LGBTI core group is committed to contributing to the HLPF discussion by highlighting the importance of implementing national policies that effectively integrate, protect and advance the full enjoyment of all human rights by LGBTI persons, thereby inclusively furthering the achievement of sustainable development goals. I thank you very much.